The Internet of Value is here, across borders, beyond banks. Welcome to the future. Welcome to Apex.
Hey my friend, I hope all is well with you. Today I'm going to continue showing you how Ripple Swell really is. The whole global financial system is there. I did part 1, but I couldn't even touch on all of the players there, and I want to finish this and really show you just how insanely massive this is. All the money is at Ripple Swell. The whole global financial system. Everything's going to run on Ripple, my friend. It's the Internet of Value. And Stellar's going to get a piece of the pie. I would say maybe 10%. I'm not sure exactly what percentage that's going to be. And then you've got Quant over Ledger. That's the operating system for the fourth industrial age. Quant is the Internet of Trust. And then all the other blockchains are going to play a role too. All the other good ones that have real utility. There's going to be a lot of use cases built around many different blockchains. It's what we call the fourth industrial revolution. But for today, I just want to finish on this topic of Swell Ripple and show you just how crazy it is. Before I forget, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Thank you so much for all the comments that you guys are leaving. My goodness, you guys are so kind. It is so encouraging, guys. Thank you so much. And thank you for the compliments on the intro. Huge shout out to Dave. He did a super crazy job on that intro. Huge thank you, Dave. Now let's get into it, guys. So I think I was up to Fidelity last time, and I still have 10 big players I have to show you. But before I forget, I just want to show a bit of what I showed in the first part. It's only going to take a minute, guys. So the first player that's going through this video here, shout out to Jay King here. This is everyone that was at Ripple. This is a Ripple advertising here, and they're going through all the players that were at Ripple Swell. So the first one was NASDAQ. They moved $25 trillion, total market capitalization, transaction volume of 2.5 billion shares. So we've got Franklin Templeton, the management firm with 1.7 trillion in assets under management. Then we've got BlackRock that's at Ripple Swell, the biggest asset manager in the world. Right here, 13.46 trillion under management. The other one I showed you in episode 1, part 1, was Citigroup, $2.6 trillion in assets. Transaction volume, 7.5 trillion in cross-border payments annually. They're at Ripple Swell. Then you've got Fidelity Investments, 5.9 trillion of assets under management. JP Morgan is there as well. So all the money's there. It's all been planned for 30 years. Total assets, 4.55 trillion, JP Morgan. Total assets under custody or management, 38 trillion, $2 trillion annual volume. Absolutely massive. Then you've got Bitwise. Bitwise is a leading crypto specialist asset manager with over 30 products, ETFs, ETP, index funds, SMAs, private funds, providing exposure to 20 plus crypto assets. Assets under management, 5 billion as of October 2024, up 400% year over year. So maybe now it's like 8 billion. Now you've got Hidden Road here that Ripple just acquired. Hidden Road Partners is a mid-sized fintech prime brokerage firm. Hey, my friend, if you're a day trader or pro, BTCC Exchange will be a game changer for you. BTCC Exchange is one of the world's most preferred and trusted crypto exchanges for day traders and pros, tailored for high-volume futures and scalping. Founded in 2011, it's the longest-running platform with 0 hacks, licenses in the US, Canada, EU, and more. It's a dream for traders. Top 5 on CoinMarketCap for derivatives, unmatched liquidity, rock-bottom fees, advanced order types like TWAP and iceberg orders, plus API for algo trading. They also have one of the most user-friendly copy and leverage trading platforms in the world. Join over 600,000 traders, compounding daily scalps into explosive returns. If you're not using BTCC for your day trading, you're seriously missing out. Use my BTCC referral link on the screen, in the description, or in the pinned comment, or scan the barcode on the top right of the screen for up to 11,000 USDT rewards, up to 10% bonus on your first deposit via referral link, easy $50 minimum, and 30-day trading to unlock the bonus, up to 50% off fees and VIP perks like priority support. Leverage and copy trading is risky, so only use what you can afford to lose or seriously don't do it at all. I launched this YouTube channel to share crucial crypto insights, not to see you make reckless moves and lose your hard-earned money. Testimonials are paraphrased for clarity from real BTCC trader reviews. See description for sources. Never keep all your crypto on exchanges. Use reputable hardware wallets. Links below. Now let's get back to the video. 200 employees, acquired by Ripple for $1.25 billion in April 2005. They process 3 to 10 trillion annually across traditional FX, fixed income, and repos. So they process 3 to 5 trillion annually. Then you've got Mastercard. I think it's one of the biggest payment processing or payment credit cards in the world. The world's 20th largest company. Imagine Mastercard, 20th largest company in the world. So 35,000 employees. They're at Ripple Swell. Transaction volume, global gross dollar volume, 9.7 trillion in 2024. Mastercard, the payment network. It's technically a payment network is the proper terminology for Mastercard. So it does not directly manage or custody clients' assets like a bank. Its balance sheet total 48 billion. However, its Mastercard Foundation oversees a diversified portfolio via MFAM with 42 billion. Mastercard is there again. 20th biggest company in the world, 9.78 trillion in volume. Now we've got the CME Group, the world's largest derivatives marketplace, has a market cap of 98 billion, 3,700 employees. CME Group. Now Miguel Villa, that was with Ripple, he used to be at the CME Group. He was one of the head guys at the CME Group. Had a very high position. He went to Ripple. While he was at Ripple, it was Thinking Crypto that asked him, hey, what do you think you guys are going to do with the 50 billion in escrow? And here's what he said, guys. And if you watch my video, you've seen this, but he said, I don't think that we'll ever sell all of our escrow, XRP in the escrow. I think for me, I see us as a lender of last resort. I'm paraphrasing, but I'm almost saying word for word what he says here. So he says, I think it'd be kind of weird for us to be a lender of last resort for a private company to do that. So probably maybe something would have to change structurally, or maybe we give the escrow to somebody else and they could be like a lender of last resort. He said, actually, maybe we could give it to another institution, a big institution, and they would be a lender of last resort. My friend, the only lender of last resort is the IMF. That's why I've always said Ripple is indirectly working for the IMF. It's like the IMF and the central banks disguised as a private company. Makes me nervous every time I say that. But please, guys, look through my, sorry, I had to push my head on the left here. In order to see a deep dive, I made a very good deep dive showing who Ripple is really working for. So go on my XRP playlist on my YouTube channel. I have a playlist called Ripple XRP equals the most insane XRP information. So right here, and the other video you really want to watch if you're fairly new to my channel is this first video here on my playlist. This is where it's called XRP Ledger Revealed Most Important XRP Video. Craziest XRP video ever. This is where I show proof, 100 million% proof that the regulated liability network, the regulated internet of value, which is what it used to be called, the shared ledger, the regulated settlement network, the Finternet, and the unified ledger, it's all the XRP ledger. They're using different names to confuse us. They're using different names every time, all over the world. The central bankers are, so that me and you cannot figure out that it's all the XRP ledger. So I just wanted to show you that. The CME Group here that was at Ripple Swell, the former employee Miguel Villas admitted that Ripple could become a lender of last resort. And the only lender of last resort on planet Earth is the IMF. And technically, the XRP is technically the ESDR. That's the electronic special drawing rights of the IMF. That's what they're positioning XRP to do. It's to fix global liquidity crisis. It's to help with FX, global liquidity, and global trade. The other company that was there, which Ripple technically bought, is G Treasury. It is a mid-size SaaS provider of treasury and risk management software headquartered in Chicago with 250 employees across offices in London, Sydney, and Manila. It serves over 1,000 enterprise clients globally across 160 countries, primary in financial services with 62% of known users being large firms, so over $1 billion in revenue. So imagine 63% of their clients have over 1 billion in revenue. And so literally they help to manage the treasuries for some of the technically the biggest companies in the world. Ripple just acquired G Treasury. That's from my understanding. I think it's a fully acquired, I believe. Now you've got State Street, that's at Ripple Swell, one of the world's largest financial service firms. They've been Ripple partner for many years. 5.4 trillion assets under management. Assets under custody and administration, $51 trillion. Oh my goodness, guys. Then you've got DBS Bank Scale Overview. DBS Holdings, Southeast Asia's largest bank. So imagine, out of all of Southeastern Asia, this is the largest bank and they're at Ripple as well. Total assets, 463 billion, up 5% year over year. So what I just did is technically I went through all of the players that were there. So this is the list of everyone that was at Swell. Meet the speakers, right? So right here, you see Meet the Speakers. This is right on the Ripple website, ripple.com. And it was giving a list of all the companies that were there. So what I did here, all of the lists I showed you is actually this list here that Ripple had made public about who was attending the Ripple Swell. And I didn't go through all of them. Actually, I only showed you maybe half. I went with the bigger ones. But it's unbelievable. Look, Bitwise, Fidelity, Robinhood, JP Morgan, there was the NASDAQ, like I said, BlackRock, they're all there, guys. So I just wanted to show you because I think, like, we all know Swell is big, but I don't think people realize, like, all the money is there, guys. All of it. All of it. So since this video is pretty short and I'm all done, I'm going to show you my XRP playlist. I get a lot of questions and I want you guys to know where to find the answers to those questions because I get questions about R3. I get questions about XDC. Where do they fit? Like I thought they're replacing XRP. I've got some really good videos here, guys, but they're all in my playlist. The third and fourth video is where I show proof of documents coming from the International Organizations for Securities talking about a global stablecoin and describing Ripple and XRP to the T. And they show how this global stablecoin would be used as a bridge asset and cross-border payments, and it would be backed by numerous assets globally. And all of those assets combined would be equal to the value of all the tokens in circulation, literally describing Ripple to the T and talking about a global stablecoin. And we've seen how the World Bank and pretty much the World Bank has been talking about how Ripple and Stellar are stable coins, but they've never been stable. This is you absolutely have to watch these two videos. Most shocking video ever, part 1, part 2. If you have any question about Swift using Ripple XRP, I show 1,000,000% proof that literally Swift is using XRP. The whole Linea Ethereum, it's all BS. They're not using Ethereum and Linea for cross-border payments and instant liquidity. No, it's not happening. So I expose that in these two videos. I show you unbelievable proof. It's unbelievable. I could do 40,000 hours just showing all the proof that Ripple is using Swift. Swift is using Ripple for settlement. You definitely don't want to miss these videos, guys. So these are 3 videos here. You can watch Swift, 10,000 banks, part 1, Swift, 10,000 banks, part 2. And then I've got this one here where I'm showing Linea, XRP Linea with a big X across. I'm just showing that it's a big lie that they're going to use Ethereum and Linea for cross-border settlement and liquidity. It's not happening. This video here, Keystone, is a really good video. So you got to watch this one. Project Keystone is showing how the IMF have been planning for years for how they're going to fix the liquidity crisis. Enbridge, I show it's 100% XRP. Project Enbridge Part 2. Project Agora here, same thing. I show it's all XRP. Project Mariana, that's a really good video showing how the central banks are going to use these automated market makers that Ripple XRP Ledger has, the liquidity pools. That one is really important, guys. This one here, Most Insane Facts, is just all the craziest facts about Ripple, like the fact that David Schwartz literally holds the patent for distributed computer systems while he was working for the NSA. All the craziest facts that you can think of, I've put in this one video. And then here, this is a really important video. It shows the difference between XRP and Quant Overledger's CEO, Gilbert Verdian, admitted that, hey, we are providing the programmability, interoperability, and custom APIs for the institutional Internet of Value. And so he's admitting that they're providing the programmability for the institutional Internet of Value. Now, in another video, he says that they provide the programmability and interoperability for the regulated liability network. And the regulated liability network used to be called the regulated Internet of Value. But they changed the name real quick because everybody knows that's Ripple. So this is a really important video for you guys to watch. If you have any confusion about Ripple and R3, is R3 using XRP for settlement? Oh my goodness, my friend, you definitely want to watch my deep dives here. I've done a 3-part series on the Ripple and XRP and R3 connection. It's more than a connection. Ripple, R3 uses the Corda settler. R3 Corda uses the Corda settler. The Corda settler exclusively uses XRP for settlement. So now Project Mandala, again, another important project coming from the BIS. All these projects here, Mandala, Agora, Enbridge, Mariana, Mandala, these are all projects coming from the BI. This is the Bank for International Settlements. It's the central banks for all the central banks, and they rule the world. So all the central banks in the world are connected to the BIS. They technically all answer to the BIS. And so literally these are all projects under the BIS Innovation Hub, and they all have different names. But when you really dig into the technology, it's all describing Ripple and Stellar. For the most part, a lot of it is actually Ripple, because Ripple is the only blockchain company that actually has a purpose-built CBDC platform where central banks can launch CBDC platforms. Anyways, so just know that a lot of these projects are all coming from the BIS Innovation Hub, and it's all XRP. Aside, they've got other projects, AI, and other blockchains are going to be used too, but when they're talking about these cross-border payments, these transnational networks for settlement, global liquidity, 90% of them are Ripple, describing Ripple, and then some of them likely a bit of Stellar too, because Stellar definitely does cross-border, but Stellar is more for small, medium enterprise and peer-to-peer transactions. That's their focus. While Ripple, XRP, they're focused on cross-border, everything they can, but their main focus, where the big money is, literally connecting national CBDCs, so connecting countries. And literally what Ripple is, the XRP Ledger, is a global RTGS. So all the central banks in the world have what are called real-time gross settlement. That's the settlement system they use for that nation. So every country has a central bank. There are about 170 to 180 central banks in the world, and the majority of them have what are called real-time gross settlements systems, RTGS system, which is a system for the payment system for that nation. So all of those RTGS systems are going to connect into XRP, and XRP is the global RTGS. That's what we see in documents that I've shown in my other videos coming from the Hyperledger Foundation, where they show that XRP is the global RTGS and the global liquidity marketplace. That's why I say that, in my opinion, XRP is a lot bigger than Stellar, although Stellar has less tokens in circulation, which is really good, and Stellar is also lower market cap right now, cheaper than XRP. But when it comes to real volume, massive volume, I see XRP being much bigger than Stellar. That's my opinion. But again, Stellar is not a joke. Stellar is probably sleeping. Yeah, it's a big one. And so again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Have to do your own research. Got to give that disclaimer, right? I forgot to say that at the beginning. The other videos here, if you have any questions about XDC, R3 Corda, and XDC, like what's the difference between XRP and XDC, you really want to watch this video. Clear the confusion for, I had 10,600 views, so I must have cleared the confusion for almost 11,000 people here, because there's so much confusion about XDC versus XRP. So actually they're both complementary to one to another. You definitely want to watch this one if you have any questions about where does XRP and XDC fit in the whole R3 Corda. And then you've got this one here is really important, Project Nexus. You've got Project Jura, Project Mandala. I think this would be a really good one to watch also. XRP equals Unified Ledger, QNT, Misbelief, Exposed. Actually, so now I'm at the very last videos on my playlist, XRP playlist. So I'm from 31 to 43. These are the very last videos, but these 5 here, I'll probably move at the beginning. These are the ones that I just posted. I'll have to move in the beginning, but these 2 videos that I recently posted, brace yourself, it's game over. US Federal Reserve confirms XRP. You definitely want to watch this video. If you haven't watched my last video that I just released, I prove 100% that the US Federal Reserve, which is the biggest central bank in the world, uses XRP for settlement. You definitely want to watch this video, my friends. It's literally, the US Federal Reserve is actually 7 times bigger than the Bank of England, which is one of the top 7 central banks in the world. Just to give you an idea how big the US Federal Reserve is. They are the biggest in the world. So you got part 1, part 2, And then this one here as well, XRP plus IMF ESDR exposed. You definitely want to watch this one. So the thumbnail reads XRP insane price soon, biggest XRP bombshell, Ripple XRP equals IMF ESDR. So this is one of the last videos on my playlist, but I'll probably move these 4 videos at the beginning of my playlist. And last but certainly not least, my Q&T playlist. My friend, my goodness, if you don't know anything about Q&T, you have to watch my playlist about Q&T as soon as you humanly can. Not financial advice, but you have to watch my playlist. I spent over 5,000 hours, 4,000 to 5,000 hours easily researching Q&T, and maybe 9,000 to 10,000 hours researching XRP, and additional maybe 5,000 hours researching crypto, blockchain, the 4th industrial revolution, 4th industrial age, internal value, everything involved in regards to crypto security, whatever you name it. But prior to this, I had spent like 15 years researching the central banking system, the IMF, the mainstream media, how they operate, the intelligence agencies, went on a deep rabbit hole, the medical system. Don't even get me started in the medical system in the pharmaceutical companies. But yeah, so it helped me to connect a lot of dots, I believe, and having researched the central banking system and all these things prior to starting researching crypto. But anyway, so you definitely want to watch my Q&T playlist. This is not a joke. Q&T playlist, Q&T right now is approximately 2,000 times cheaper than Bitcoin. It's about 300 to 400 times cheaper than Ethereum. It's currently about 120 times cheaper than XRP, and it is positioned to be the operating system for the 4th industrial age. It's like the Microsoft Windows, but on steroids. This is my playlist. My first 6 are literally deep dives, and then here, my last one, I show the difference between Quant and XLR and why Q&T is at least 500 times bigger than XLR. Because XLR is mainly for cross-chain. It stays at the DeFi cross-chain level, but Quant literally brings the whole legacy systems and the central banking system and everything, all the legacy systems that exist today, where all of the real use cases and where the real volume is, and they connect it into blockchain. So literally, you'll have to watch that video, my friends. If you're really wondering which one is bigger, XLR is a great project, don't get me wrong, but people are mistaken when they say XLR is bigger than Q&T. That's wrong. Sorry, that's not true. That's not true. And if you don't believe me, just watch my video here, Q&T versus XLR. I think there's 2 of them. I just posted one there, but this one right here, Quant crushes XLR. Again, nothing bad against XLR, but I get a lot of questions from people in regards to Q&T and XLR, and I made a very important deep dive here. Actually, I'm realizing now what I have on that video. You really want to watch that video. But first, before you do that, actually, so sorry. Ignore that video for now. Make sure to watch my Q&T playlist here. Is Q&T the most important crypto ever? Second video, and make sure to watch them in this sequence. Very important to watch them in a proper sequence. Second one, is Q&T the most crucial technology ever? Then number 3 is Q&T crypto bombshell. I show how they're working with the BIS, which is central banks for all central banks. They're literally going to be the operating system and provide the interoperability for the whole world. And then Quant Fusion, I show how Quant Fusion is absolutely massive. And then this one here, Q&T bombshell, insane secret demand. For Q&T, I talk about the Quant sandboxes. There's an insane amount of utility that's being built in these sandboxes here, but they're not using the Q&T token yet because they don't have to buy the Q&T licenses and use the Q&T for transactions until they go live, meaning until the corporations go live with their projects, they don't have to pay the licenses. Everything's being built in sandboxes right now, and it's being vigorously tested. So you definitely want to watch that, my goodness. And then Quant and Oracle Mega. So anyways, yeah, Quant and Oracle, I just show how Oracle is way more massive than people think, the partnership between Quant and Oracle. So anyways, guys, that's it. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for all the beautiful comments. My goodness, guys, thank you. And I'm wishing you a great night. Please like and subscribe again if you haven't done so. I try to remind you at the beginning and the end. So thank you so much, guys. Wishing you a great day, great evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are. And God bless you all. Thank you. Hey, my friend, whether you're a day trader or hodler, I've got a game changer for you. BTCC Exchange, founded in 2011, is the world's longest running crypto platform with 0 hacks and licenses in many countries. No KYC or VPN needed, and signing up is fast. For whales or pro traders, it's a dream. Top 5 on CoinMarketCap, unmatched liquidity, low fees, plus 2. Copy trading lets newbies make $100, $200, even $500 per day, just by copying another trader and he does the trading for you. But leverage in copy trading is risky, so only use what you can afford to lose, or seriously don't do it at all. I launched this channel to share crucial crypto insights, not to see you make reckless moves and lose your hard-earned money. BTCC has over 300 crypto available, including XRP, QNT, XLM, and HBAR. Use my referral link on the screen, in the description, or in the pinned comment for up to $10,000 USDT rewards, up to 50% off fees, and VIP perks. Never keep all your crypto on exchanges. Use reputable hardware wallets. Links below.